My name's Chuck, and today I'm going to show you how to finish a table. Now, if you look at the project we have here, this table that my tools are sitting on is what we're going to be working on. We're going to finish it. This table was never finished. We picked this up at a yard sale a while ago. It's got a little bit of damage on it that we're going to take care of the easiest way possible. And that's going to be step one. Then we're going to sand it down, and then we're going to finish it. Now, let me just show you the tools that we'll be using. The first most important thing is we're going to be wearing gloves and eye protection through all three steps. Well, maybe not gloves through all three steps, but definitely eye protection. Step one is going to be removing the damaged wood. Now, if you want to come here and zoom in for me, right here, the previous owner's dogs chewed it up right there a little bit. We're going to have to remove that, just because that's not okay to have. So what we're going to do, if you notice that the bench on this picnic table is already cornered off, well, we're going to corner off the corners up here as well, in order to make them all. Damage is removed. We're going to start the sanding. You know, you're going to want to get a power sander if you're doing this. Start at the low grit. Right now I have a 40 grit piece of sandpaper on here. After I hit it with a 40 grit, I'm going to hit it with an 80 and a 240. That's going to give it a real nice, smooth fill. We're going to have to hit this whole table with that. At the end, I'll probably tell you how much sandpaper it actually used. And then the final step is we're going to be staining it. I have right here some Minwax wood finish, the Jacobean penetrating strain. It's pretty neat stuff. Now, one of the warnings on it is that it says that it can spontaneously combust, which I don't think is going to happen, but just in case they say to keep a bucket of water nearby. We also have a fire extinguisher nearby, and they say when you're done using that to put your tools directly in the bucket. Anything that's touched the wood finish in the bucket of water, or else it could explode on you. I don't think that's going to happen anyway. Alright, so we decided to use this mark right here to figure out how big we want our new corner. So we're going to mark where that mark is. If you can see, I've got the triangle right here, pressing it all the way up against and lining it up as best we can. Be very, very careful that it's exact. And we pull back to where it's got this little hole in it, which is really nice because we can, I made the line just a little bit in the wrong place. We can get an accurate picture of where we need to cut to save the corner. The next step is going to be sanding, which I'm sure you all know how to do, and if you don't, I'm sure that we should probably make a tutorial on just that. But on this project, just want to show a couple of things we're going to make a point to sand off. In addition to making sure that all of the roughness is smooth, I want to get all of these imprints from the wood companies off, and then I also want to get this glue stuff off. The people that had it before us had a permanent tablecloth on it, and they put some glue on to keep it down. So we're going to get that off with the sander too. I'm going to start with 40 grit. Alright, so now that we've sanded it, that was by far the thing that took the longest, and we've gotten a bunch of nice smooth surfaces. We're going to get ready to apply the wood stain, which is going to change the color of it and make it a little prettier, but it's also going to make the wood last a lot longer. When you're applying this finish, you want to make sure you're working outdoors, so that because the vapors can be pretty gross. You also are going You want to make sure you have a bucket of water handy in case, because it's very flammable and has been known to spontaneously combust. I've never actually heard of that happening, but it is a warning on the label. And you're going to not want to wear any clothes that you don't mind getting ruined. So I'm actually going to take this outer shirt off. You guys can all see my chunky man biceps. And in order to apply it, you can do it with a regular paintbrush, or I don't recommend a roller. I have this right here is a lambskin applicator designed specifically for this type of stain. We're going to pour the stain out, just a little bit of it into there. Get just a little bit on the applicator. And we're going to start our application in nice, solid strokes, straight back and forth. We're not scrubbing it. It's no wax on, wax off. It is straight back and forth, okay? And we're going to keep doing this until it's done. If you notice, it's a little darker than on these boards. So if you notice, I only put the stain on half of it. So the other half of this applicator I can actually use to move it if there's too much on. I can pick up a little bit of it up off the wood if I need to, which I do on these boards. And it goes on nice and smooth. And you kind of have to work quickly with it. So, well, I'll see you guys when it's done.
Well, hi. As you can see, we're finished with the table, and it's pretty, well, it's pretty. I'm really, really happy with how this project came out. As you can see, we got a really, really dark color out of that Jacobean. Not really what we were aiming for, but still very, very pretty. As you can see, we do have one really light patch on one of these boards, and that just has to do with the wood having a different color. The wood on this board had a much redder color. It was a different species, and when we put that Jacobean stain on, it really gave you this color, which is what we're aiming for. The rest of these boards were just plain common boards, and they had they're very white naturally, and with them being very, very white, they don't have any color to shine through, so that Jacobean color stain just turns them into like this black, almost ebony color, which is beautiful. I think you just need to, when you decide what you're going to stain your projects, just think, hey, you know, my wood's really white. That means that if I choose a really dark, that it actually is going to come up really dark. Whereas, you know, if you have a wood that's naturally red or yellow, you can actually use that dark to get just a nice color like this. You know, and let me know if you guys have any questions about this project. You know, we have you know, a picnic table that we're going to be using as our dining room table because it is that nice now that it's stained. And I'm really happy with the way it came out. I do have to stain a little bit more. I ended up missing a bit of, I didn't get this area right here smooth enough before the staining. So I need to go just hand sand it down and then re-stain this edge. But other than that, everything else came out beautiful. And you know, it's really, really cool. Thank you.